Hi, everybody. It's Lisa from H.E.A.R.T, Florida. Thank you for joining us for another episode of From the Heart. And today we're going to be talking with David. David is currently incarcerated here in Florida State Prison, and he's got a very interesting story. So, without any further delay, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to David.
Thank you, Lisa.
David, hi. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate. Thank you for your time and wanting to share your story and get your story out there. So I'm going to jump right into the first question. And I'd like you to tell us, share with everyone, how did you get started on the other side of the law, so to speak? Tell us a little bit about your younger years that resulted in where you are.
I started out getting in trouble at the early age of 10. That's when I first got my first case. And from there, I was following the wrong crowd, doing the things that I shouldn't have been doing. Growing up poor, it was like not many choices. It was either go out and hustle, get into trouble, or not have it all. So it started out at the age of 10 is how I got on the other side of the law.
I know you elaborated on that. You touched on that just a little bit, but if you could tell us what is the current sentence that led you to be incarcerated?
Current sentence is a life sentence. Sentence is 30 years, minimum mandatory as a PR, 15 years minimum mandatory as a habitual violent offender. All one sentence for one charge. That's pretty much the sentence, a life sentence.
And how exactly did that come about? And how old were you at the time?
The sentence came about when I went to trial for the charge of robbery with the mask and was found guilty as charged of a robbery with the mask, and that's how I was given the life sentence with the 30-year minimum mandatory as a PRR and the 15 years minimum mandatory as a habitual violent offender. So as a result of being found guilty by the jury is the sentence that came about.
With all of that being said, and such a very touching and sad story, um, fast forward now to current time, to where you are right now, and how do you view that situation now when you look back? Um, if you could, I guess what I want to say is, if you could go back and change your actions, what would you do differently?
I view the situation as a bad situation for the people that I hurt, my family, the victim. If I can go back and I can change it all, I would do it all over again. It's something that I regret every day of my life that I wake up being in this place. So, if I can do it all over again, I would. I'm very remorseful and I wish that I could change back the hands of time and make things better.
Okay, one of the really important questions I like to ask at this juncture is, do you feel that this time you've spent incarcerated has changed you for the better or for the worse? With everything that you've said so far being taken into consideration, your youth, the decisions um, that ultimately led up to your incarceration. Um, but now, with this many years um, down behind the wall, um, where are you now? I guess mentally, better or worse?
Time incarcerated has definitely changed me for the better. Since I've been incarcerated, I've got married, got my GED, obtained a whole bunch of self-betterment programs. I'm just an overall better person all the way around, more mature, and definitely not the same person that I was when I first got incarcerated at the young age of 20. And being 38 now, I'm a lot more responsible, and I'm definitely a lot better than I was when
Okay, David, I'd like to have you think ahead just for a moment and tell us, if the gates were to open tomorrow for you, what would you set out to accomplish?
If the gates open up tomorrow, I would set out to get adjusted to society. It's been a long time that I've been gone, 17 odd years, so it's a lot of things that have advanced, a whole lot of things that are totally different. So I would set out to get adjusted, become a mentor to the young youth, to
Great.
do all the things that I can to remain free in society and become a part of the solution and not a part of the problem. I would set out to be a mentor for the youth because there's so many youths that are out there that don't have role models, don't have a father figure, don't have anyone they can look up to because they have become used to being raised by the streets or joining gangs and looking for love in all the wrong places. So I would set out to be a positive mentor, to get technical training, to get an educational degree.
Okay, well, we're down to our last question, and this is probably um, the big one, and this is your opportunity to um, get your message out there and get your point across. What would you like our legislators here in Florida to know?
What I want the legislator to know is that, it's a lot of laws that have this system at almost 100,000 inmates in the state of Florida, with this mass incarceration. And men and women are given life sentences and not given an opportunity to receive some type of meaningful opportunity, to give a second act, to look at what they've accomplished over the years that they've been incarcerated and not have to continue to pay for what they done when they was 18, 19, 20 years old and have grown out of, have matured out of, so I want a legislator to know that you need a second look.
Wow, David, that was some pretty powerful stuff there from your lips to our legislators' ears, and that's our goal here at Heart, and everyone here at Heart is to educate everyone on the need for a second look, the need for reform, and I'm just so very sorry that this has happened, and we're behind you, we're with you, we support you, and on behalf of everyone here at Heart, I really hope that change comes soon and that your circumstances can change very, very soon. So once again, thank you for your time and all the effort that you put into this and to get your story out there. And it was definitely a pleasure to speak with you and to help share your story. So on behalf of everyone here at Heart, I thank you again, and I will keep you posted on the progress. I will be sharing this with legislators, and um, hopefully good things will come. So again, take care and God bless.
Thank you, Lisa, and everyone at We.R.T for allowing me to give out my story. This has been my story. As I've said, I'm not the same. I'm changed, and over time I've matured and learned from my mistakes. It's been a blessing to have someone to be able to get my story out. So I thank you, We.R.T. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, everybody that's affiliated with We.R.T. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and please, please, please share David's story and any of the videos that you see here. It is very, very, very important and crucial that we share these videos and these messages um, so others can see exactly what our broken system has done. And I thank you all so much for watching, and stay tuned. We're working on yet another one. But please share this and tell everyone you know to tune in and check out David's story as well as the other videos. So thanks again, everybody. We'll be back soon.